Hi, I'm Emma Jones, and in today's video I want to ask you the question, have you run out of leads? Have you run out of people to be able to prospect about your business opportunity? Have you exhausted your warm market? Or do you just want to be able to learn how to, attract endless leads for your business online? You want more people to be able to speak to and prospect. Well, if this is you, then stick around because I'm going to share a very powerful story in today's video. It's actually my story, and I know that you're going to be able to relate to a lot of what I'm about to share in this video today. So my story began 4 years ago this month, actually, in 2012, August 2012. I remember joining my very first network marketing business, and I was a full-time teacher at the time. Now, I remember coming across the products and the opportunity, and it was on a group on Facebook, and I remember my friend posting these before and after pictures, and it just blew my mind. I remember looking at these pictures thinking, what is this? This has got my attention. I want to know more information about this. I want to be a part of this. I remember thinking that, and I ended up joining my first network. Hi, Tony. I ended up joining my first network marketing business. And I just remember that feeling of this is what I've been looking for. And if anything that I'm going to share in today's story relates to you when you're watching this either live or the recorded, I want you to let me know in the comments, okay? I remember thinking, this is what I've been searching for. I've always had that entrepreneurial spirit. I just think it lay dormant for a very long time until I came across that very first opportunity. And in the jobs that I'd had over the years, I didn't really have that chance to fully fulfill my potential, okay? I didn't really have that chance to shine. I always knew I had more to give, but I used to think that I was the only person that used to think like that. I'd never share that out loud. Until I came across people in this industry who started talking to me like that, and I thought, that's how I think. And I remember thinking that when I joined my very first network marketing business, I was like, this is what I've been looking for. This is the fire in my stomach that was ignited that I've been looking for. It was my chance to fulfill my true potential, and really go for it and be that entrepreneurial person that I knew I was. It just had laid dormant for a very long time. And anyway, I was so excited about joining this opportunity. I had no experience. I'd never done anything like this before, but I was eager, I was dedicated, I was motivated, and I was keen. And I remember just going for it big time, sharing it with all my friends and family, doing home meetings, doing presentations for members of my team. I was doing everything because I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I grew a really successful team in a short period of time. I remember I was one of the first to join, my first network marketing company in this country. It was before the official launch. They were doing a pre-launch, and I was one of the very first to join. And I managed to build a really successful team. But to cut a long story short with that opportunity, unfortunately, when that company did come to officially launch in the UK, it didn't have a successful launch. It didn't have a very successful launch at all. And as quick as my team grew, it actually grew to over 660 people at one point. Now, I didn't personally sponsor all 660. I did sponsor a lot of people, but it grew to around that number at one point. But as quickly as it grew, unfortunately, it fell. And that was, there was numerous things that contributed to that. One was, the major one really was that we just didn't have a successful launch in this country. But another major thing that I learned from that experience was, I was the go-to person for a lot of people in my organisation. I would be like, yeah, I'll do that for you. Don't worry, yeah, I'll do that for you. I'll teach you, I'll show you where that is. And that was a major downfall for me. And if you're watching this now, I want you to learn from that mistake, okay? You need to be pointing your team members to the answers and pushing them to fulfill their true potential. Don't do things for them, because that is where you'll become unstuck. Because when you have obstacles and things, times when things get tough, they'll all look to you for the answer. You need your team to be able to stand on their own 2 feet and build their business and overcome their obstacles as a team, but be able to do things off their own initiative and not expect you to do them. So that was, you know, a huge lesson for me. I remember I stayed with that company for a very long time because, you know, I'm a very loyal person. I felt very loyal to the company, loyal to my team members, but I wasn't thinking like a true business owner, okay? I was actually losing money on my auto ships going out every month. You know, I wasn't making enough to even cover my auto ships. And in the end, you know, I kind of had to have a word with myself and think, what are you doing? You know, this is not a business. You're hanging around hoping that something's going to change. You keep doing the same thing, hoping it's going to change, and it just wasn't. And, you know, and finally I kind of walked away from that opportunity and decided to do something new. And I joined another network marketing business thinking, well, you know, maybe something new and fresh will explode everything. You know, I've done it before, I can do it again. You know, I've built this huge organization before, I can certainly do it again. So I went at it with my second network marketing opportunity. You know, that really wasn't the answer, by the way. Jumping ship to another opportunity is not the answer. And what I realized, and this was the biggest stumbling block for me, okay, what I realized really quickly was people weren't interested. I'd exhausted my warm market. So my friends and family, the people that I knew, I'd exhausted them with my previous MLM. Yeah, I think they were sick and tired of hearing me talk about the same thing. And I just didn't understand at the time that you need fresh prospects. You need new quality leads coming into your business every single day. I just kept thinking, well, if I keep going over the same thing with the same people, something's going to change. And that's another lesson that I want you to learn if you're watching this now, live or the recording. If you want things to change, if you want different results, then you've got to do something different. You have to do something different. And if you're getting value from this now, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Let me know if you can relate to what I'm sharing with you. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. You have to do something different. So I was really at a crossroads then. It was like, what do I do? You know, no one's responding to this. No one is responding to this new opportunity. I was stumped. I was stuck. You know, and I kept at my second MLM for quite a while because I was on maternity leave at the time and I didn't want to return to work. Okay, that was my goal. That was my whole goal since starting in this industry. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to have financial freedom and I wanted to have time freedom. So I was on maternity leave and I didn't want to have to return to work, but I was stumped. I was prospecting like mad. I was actually getting quite desperate. And when you get like that, it comes across as well when you're prospecting people, okay? You might not even be aware of it, but it does. And I remember thinking, this is the last thing that I want to do, but I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to start like prospecting people at the school gates, yeah? And, you know, prospecting friends that, of my children's friends, their mums at the school gates are just going to have to be done. And I remember this very specific time, you know, I was getting desperate, I wasn't getting results, I was losing money, and I was prospecting this mum at the school gates. I dropped my daughter off at school, and I'd been speaking to her a while over Facebook about this opportunity, you know, and I really thought she showed a lot of entrepreneurial spirit. So I was like, you know, this person, if she joins, is going to be amazing. And have you ever sent a message on Facebook when you know someone's read it, because you can actually see the little thing underneath that says read, and they don't reply, they don't get back to you, okay? Now, what I used to do was I used to still think, well, I'll keep going. You know, I'll maybe she just didn't have the time to reply to me. Instead of just thinking, there's your answer, Emma, she's not interested. So anyway, I'd messaged her the night before on Facebook, and I saw her the next day at school. And I started speaking to her about the opportunity, and she completely blanked me, okay? She just looked at me and blanked me, and she walked off. She dropped the little girl off at school, and she walked off. And I was just like, do you know what? I don't think I can take any more rejection. I don't think I can take any more rejection. And now I'm ploughing into the people that I know. You know, I'm starting to annoy people that I know now. If I carry on like this, I'm going to be turning up at school and none of the mums are going to speak to me. They're all going to be avoiding me, yeah? Can you relate to this? Let me know if you can relate to this. And I remember walking home from school that day and I was done. I'd had that much rejection, that many obstacles, that I was like, I am done in this industry. I can't do it anymore. I can't face another rejection, another no. With the amount of hours that I was putting in with the little return, I just couldn't do it anymore. And I was of the mindset, that's it, I'm done, I'm out. And I remember coming home that day, I was feeling very sorry for myself. Scrolling through Facebook, you know, as I usually did. And it's important to note at this point actually, that from the beginning of my network marketing days 4 years ago, I'd always tried to do this online as well. I built a really successful organisation offline, but I was desperate to do it online because I love being able to build my business online, and I love the idea of being able to do it in my home and have the leverage that you can have on the internet. And I saw so many other people being successful doing it that I was like, I want to do that. I want to know how to do that. I don't just want to do it offline, I want to do it online, okay? So it's important that I say at that point that, you know, I definitely dabbled for all those years trying to figure it out online as well. So anyway, I was nearly quitting. I'd come home and I was scrolling through Facebook, and I came across an ad talking about this concept called attraction marketing. You know, and it was from someone who's really successful in this industry, and everything that she wrote just resonated with me, and I clicked on that ad, okay? There was something that was still inside of me that wouldn't allow me to give up. I didn't know it at the time, but there was something there that just wouldn't allow me to give up. Wouldn't allow me to throw away all the years and the hours that I'd spent trying to make a success of these businesses, you know. So thankfully, there was still that shed of curiosity, and I clicked on that ad. And it was all about being able to attract leads online. And I was like, that's what I need, you know. I don't want rejection from friends and family anymore, or I'm going to have no friends left. You know, I'm going to be completely avoided at the school gate, not just from one mum, but from all the mums. You know, this is what I need. I want to be able to bring in leads online. And what I also want, which is what this ad was saying to me, was I want people to reach out to me. I don't want to chase a single person anymore. I don't want to be Facebook messaging. I don't want to be approaching. I want people to approach me. How amazing would that be? But I do remember reading it thinking, yeah, you know, I've heard this before. But the post that I read and the ad that I read resonated with me so much, I ended up buying the product that they were talking about in this ad. And it was a little ebook called The Attraction Marketing Formula, a skill called attraction marketing. And I bought that book. And since I've bought that book, everything's changed, okay? Everything's changed. That book taught me how to attract quality leads online. And not only endless quality leads online, but people that actually reach out to me, okay? So no longer do I chase a single person. I've brought in thousands of leads, and I've brought in hundreds and hundreds of new customers and sign-ups into various business opportunities in a really short space of time as a result of that one little ebook, okay? So much so that from when I bought that ebook, 5 short months after it, I didn't go back to work. I quit my job as a full-time teacher, and that goal of not having to return to work after maternity leave ending came to fruition. All because of what I started to learn that was the start of my online journey, that ebook. And I've actually got the link to that book above this video. And at the moment, there's an amazing 72% discount on this ebook, okay? Now, the ebook is already ridiculously priced, but with 72% off, it's silly, considering the impact that book has had on my business and my life since purchasing it. And I know that sounds a bit far-fetched, but it really, truly has. It's had a huge impact on my business. And I've put the link above this video where you can actually get access to that discount and some extra bonus training from me. So, you know, why should you be interested about learning about attraction marketing? Well, like I just said, it changed my business. I bring in leads every single day on autopilot. I don't prospect any school mums anymore, believe you me. and everybody reaches out to me. Every single day I will have emails, I'll have Facebook messages, people reach out to me and they'll say, what is it that you do? I love your training. Can you tell me more information about this? And they're quality people, they're qualified people. Okay, so if this is something that you want in your business, I highly recommend you check out this ebook, okay? I highly recommend you click the link and you check it out. So if you want to be able to do this online and you want true time freedom and you just want leads, you need more prospects, fresh leads to be able to speak to, but quality leads that reach out to you, then click the link above this video. When you click the link above this video, you'll be taken to one of my web pages. You just enter your best email address and I'll send you information straight away on how you can grab that 72% discount. But what I will also send you is some extra bonus training from me, a 10-day bonus series. So you can get more training like this from me and how I build my business online, little snippets of what I've learned in that book, which basically envelopes everything that I do now in my business. But what I also want you to know is if you do decide to go for the discount, you also get access to free one-on-one coaching. Now again, this was game-changing for me because I bought products in the past, okay? And most of the time when you buy a product online, especially at the price that the ebook is, you would never get coaching to go with it. You would just be left to figure it out, okay? You actually get free one-on-one coaching when you purchase this ebook from highly qualified coaches that have been there, been successful, and can teach you what you're about to learn in the book. So they guide you through the book and they actually give you like little assignments and tasks on how to start applying what you learn. So you've not just got this book, you've got someone kind of looking over your shoulder and giving you a plan of action on how to execute this. And the reason why I know so much about this is because I was so successful with what I learned from the book. I was actually invited to be a coach. And I went through 5 interviews. It was the most grilling interviews I've ever been through in my life, and I was lucky enough to actually become one of these coaches as well. So you never know, if you purchase the book, you might actually get access to me as your one-on-one coach. But it makes a huge difference to have access to someone who's going to guide you through that process and actually show you, you know, it's just that extra reassurance of, yeah, you're doing it right, this is what you should do. And I'm always saying about, you know, increasing your intellectual capital. It's all about learning and it's about doing something different. You know, go off my story. I kept doing the same thing, expecting a different result. That's why it took me 3 years of struggle. And then within 5 months of doing something different and investing in my education and being like, no, I'm going to figure this out. I'm not tiptoeing around anymore, you know, wasting time, trying to figure it all out for free, for nothing, because that's what I used to do. I'm going to do something different and I'm going to give it my all. And 5 short months later, you know, I was able to quit my job as a teacher. So that extra coaching and reassurance makes all the difference because it's coming from someone who's been there and done it. So how, again, do you get access to this? You just click the link above this video and I'll also put it in the comments, you know, just in case you can't find it as well. I'll remember to put it in the comments. You enter your best email address and I'll send you details straight away about that 72% discount. So I hope my story has been helpful to you. You know, I know I've shared this story before and I know a lot of people message me saying how I'm not sure what happened there. If you can still hear me talking, just hit the like button or let me know in the comments. But, you know, I hope you were able to relate to what I shared and I hope you got value out of what I shared. If you did, just hit the like button, let me know in the comments. I like to know who's watching, where you're from. You know, I'm here to make an impact in this industry and help people like you be able to walk away from that rejection. Just walk away from that rejection basis to speak to you about your business. So again, I hope this has been helpful. I'm really enjoying doing the videos and connecting with you. So I will see you on the next live video. Take care. Bye-bye.